Welcome to our world. In today's episode, we explore strategic advances and new ventures in Russia's Far East, key developments and future goals. Join us as we uncover the latest strategic initiatives and emerging opportunities in this pivotal region. We'll delve into significant advancements, innovative projects, and future objectives shaping the economic and geopolitical landscape of Russia's Far East. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our comprehensive analyses and insights into key global developments. Vladimir Putin received reports from Deputy Prime Minister and Presidential Plenipotentiary Envoy to the Far Eastern Federal District, Yuri Trutnev, and Minister for the Development of the Russian Far East and Arctic, Alexei Chekhenkov. He was also briefed via an interactive presentation on the progress made in the development of the Russian Far East and participated via video link in the inauguration of new enterprises by residents of Advanced Special Economic Zones, ASEZs. One of the key projects inaugurated was the Ozerny Mining and Processing Plant, a modern enterprise focused on the extraction and processing of ores at the Ozerny polymetallic, primarily lead zinc, deposit located in the Republic of Buryatia. The plant has a production capacity of up to 6 million tons of ore per year, yielding up to 600,000 tons of zinc concentrate and 82,000 tons of lead concentrate annually. Once operating at full capacity, the plant is expected to create up to 1,300 new jobs and produce about 4.5% of the world's zinc concentrate. The project was executed by the company Ozernoy, and the enterprise was presented by its general director, Vladislav Sviblov. Additionally, the Sukhotol port, a specialized maritime complex in the southern Primorsky Krai, reached its full operational capacity. The port is designed for the reception, storage, and loading of coal onto marine vessels. With the addition of new capacities, the port's cargo turnover will reach 12 million tons of coal per year, with plans to increase this to 20 million tons. The project was developed to facilitate access to port infrastructure for small and medium-sized coal mining enterprises. The port is equipped with 2 ship loaders, each with a capacity of 3,500 tons per hour. The 4 stacker reclaimers also have a capacity of 3,500 tons per hour each. The infrastructure complex includes a coal storage facility with a capacity of 915,000 cubic meters, a rail freight front, 14 tracks, and a railway station, 20 tracks. The project was explained by Sergei Kropotov, General Director of Sukhotol Marine Portugal. Furthermore, the first phase of production at the Primorsky plastic pipe plant was launched. This facility manufactures single-layer and multi-layer polyethylene pipes for water and gas supply systems, with diameters ranging from 20 to 1,200 mm. The pipes are known for their long service life, over 100 years, and will be in high demand for gasification programs and the modernization of public utilities. The first phase includes 4 high-tech production lines with a total capacity of 18,000 tons per year. Upon completion of the second phase by 2026, the plant's output will increase to 35,000 tons per year. The plant was built by a resident of the Primory ASEZ, the Polyplastic Group, with explanations provided by Chairman of the Board Lev Gorilovsky. Yuri Trutnev, Dear Vladimir Vladimirovich. First of all, I would like to report that, in line with the tasks you have set, a comprehensive system for managing the development of the Far East has been established. 81 laws and nearly 500 government acts ensure the security of investors and create opportunities for profitable investments in the Far East. Naturally, the system continues to evolve. This year, we are working on legislation for an international advanced special economic zone, and last year, the law on northern deliveries was adopted, a law that is very much needed by the people. What are the results of this system? For the third year in a row, the key development indicators of the macro region significantly exceed the national average. These include indicators such as capital investment, the volume of construction work, housing commissioning, organizational revenue, and the volume of mineral extraction. Over the past 10 years, the macro region has attracted 4.2 trillion rubles in private investment. Since the last Eastern Economic Forum, 800 billion rubles have been invested in a year, 152 enterprises have been launched, and 18,000 jobs have been created. The changing international environment has presented both new challenges and new opportunities for the development of the Far East. First and foremost, the development of the Eastern Railway network is of great importance for both the Far East and the entire country. On the one hand, this will require significant work and substantial funds. On the other hand, the 3.7 trillion rubles needed for the modernization of the Eastern Railway network will also make a significant contribution to the development of the Far East. The growth in the number of enterprises and new investment projects requires an increased supply of electricity. Currently, the state of the energy systems in Primorie, Transbaikalia, Buryatia, and the Jewish Autonomous Region is already hindering the inflow of investments. Vladimir Vladimirovich, today the Minister of Energy will present at the meeting to report on the proposals that have been made by the government of the Russian Federation as per your instructions. At the same time, in order to continue increasing the flow of investments, new steps are necessary. We believe this should involve a sectoral analysis, in which we will examine each of the key industries in the Far East to identify existing reserves and determine what needs to be done to attract more investments into these sectors. We will need to support the creation of 2 metallurgical clusters in the Khabarovsk territory. Following your instructions, we will implement master plans, build shipyards, and increase the utilization of mineral deposits through further exploration of the Far East's mineral resources. In agriculture, we have the opportunity to bring new land into use through reclamation. Dear Vladimir Vladimirovich, last year we reported to you that by 2030 we plan to attract 10.5 trillion rubles in investments. Today, I would like to inform you that we consider this goal insufficiently ambitious, and I would like to ask you to set a new target of 12 trillion rubles. We are confident we can achieve it. Vladimir Putin. I am ready to set the goal at 15 trillion rubles or more, but we must base this on the realities of the proposed projects and the support measures that the government can provide. Yuri Trutnev. Absolutely, Vladimir Vladimirovich. Vladimir Putin. And you consider 12 trillion rubles to be realistic, correct? Yuri Trutnev. We will meet this target. Vladimir Putin. Excellent. Yuri Trutnev. I would like to hand over to the Minister for the Development of the Far East, Alexei Oligovich Cherenkov. Vladimir Putin. Please, go ahead. Alexei Cherenkov. Dear Vladimir Vladimirovich. In our work to improve social development and enhance the quality of life for the people, we focus on the priorities set by the residents of the Far East themselves. Over the past year, the main concerns have been the cost of living, the quality of healthcare and education, a comfortable urban environment, decent wages, and engaging leisure activities. Regarding job creation, the projects already launched have created 142,000 new jobs, and significantly, the average salary of residents in the Advanced Special Economic Zones, TOR, and the Freeport of Vladivostok, FPV, is 35% higher than the national average. However, we continue to face a shortage of skilled personnel. One of the important needs expressed by the people is a high-quality living environment, which includes not only the apartments where families live but also the entire city urban spaces, streets, and amenities. The tools we use to address this need include master plans, which I will touch on separately. The Far Eastern Mortgage Program is perhaps the most popular tool for supporting people, especially young families. Thank you very much, Vladimir Vladimirovich, for extending this measure to the Arctic zone. This tool also helps attract new specialists to the Far East and the Arctic. We ask you to consider maintaining the interest rate on Far Eastern and Arctic mortgages at 2%. Although these programs account for only 4% of the total volume of mortgage programs, the living conditions in these regions are challenging. The Far Eastern Mortgage Program has significantly boosted the construction sector. Over the past 5 years, we have doubled the amount of housing under construction. This achievement has been supported by the Far Eastern Quarter programs, a separate competition for the improvement of Far Eastern cities, and the Affordable Rental Housing Initiative, all of which were launched on your instructions. In addition, as part of the implementation of the master plan for the Vladivostok agglomeration, we are working on creating a satellite city for Vladivostok. A few words about it. In 1984, the USSR Council of Ministers decided to build a satellite city for Vladivostok, which was to be located in the Nadezhdinsky district. However, the opportunity to realize this idea has only now emerged, thanks to the infrastructure built for the APEC summit. The low-level bridge allows travel to this area from the city center in just half an hour. The Primorsky business community is already taking advantage of this proximity. More than 1 million square meters of new housing are being developed in the Nadezhdinsky district. This is the fastest growing district in Primory in terms of population growth, up by 7% in 3 years. A master plan and territorial planning documentation have been prepared. Our leading financial institutions, such as SBE Bank and VEB RF, are involved in the project. Currently, we are working on forming a pool of developers. The implementation of master plans has begun. By 2024, 70 facilities will be completed. In total, by 2030, nearly 1,000 new facilities are planned to improve the quality of life in Far Eastern cities. We are closely monitoring the implementation of the plans. The presentation highlights the leaders in the rankings for executing the initiatives for which they are responsible, both by region and by ministry. Of the 4.4 trillion rubles required for financing, 2.2 trillion are from non-budgetary sources. Of the budgetary funds, 27% of the activities are currently funded. We believe this is a good start, considering we are just 1 year into a 7-year project. We are working on prioritizing the master plans within state programs, national projects, and debt instruments. The Far East surpasses the national average in birth rates and the number of large families. This is largely due to the Far Eastern demographic package that you initiated at the Eastern Economic Forum in 2018. Additionally, following your directive, this year the program providing a 1 million ruble mortgage repayment for the birth of a third or subsequent child has been expanded to 7 more regions. Vladimir Vladimirovich, I would like to tell you about another non-material initiative. The Patriarch of Moscow and all Rus has supported the proposal to have all third and subsequent children baptized personally by the ruling bishop of the Far Eastern Diocese. We looked into similar practices in Georgia and suggested options to His Holiness, either starting with fourth children or with third children. The Patriarch unequivocally decided to start with third children. So, it's not just material incentives that promote large families. Regarding healthcare, new medical facilities are being renovated and constructed, from rural health posts to high-tech centers. Per your directive, additional resources have been allocated for providing medical services in hard-to-reach and remote areas. But it's not just about financial measures. Examples from Sakhalin and Yakutia show that significant results have been achieved through different approaches to organizing medical processes, such as using mobile brigades. This has increased the population's access to regular medical check UPS and reduced the burden on emergency medical services. We are aligning the education system with the needs of the economy. Currently, 70% of the demand for personnel is in skilled trades. In colleges, we are creating production clusters with employers, where students learn in environments that closely resemble actual production conditions. Clusters have already been established in industries such as shipbuilding, aviation, transportation, and agriculture. A total of 17 clusters have been created so far, and by next year, there will be 28. In the realm of higher education, together with the Ministry of Science and Higher Education, we are implementing a strategic government initiative, adopted following the strategy session led by Mikhail Vladimirovich Mishustin, which focuses on a special Priority 2030 competition exclusively for Far Eastern universities. This means that Far Eastern universities do not compete with institutions across the entire country but rather among themselves. As a result, over 6 billion rubles have already been allocated to 12 winning universities. The student numbers speak for themselves. In 2023, 12% more students enrolled compared to the previous year. If this program continues, by 2030, the number of students in the Far East is expected to increase by 40,000 from current levels. We have also fulfilled your directive to introduce a special scholarship for top high school graduates, not only from the Far East but from all over Russia, who enroll in Far Eastern universities. These scholarships are awarded to students with perfect scores and winners of academic competitions. The scholarship has been named after the great explorer Gennady Nevelskoy. Following your directive, an innovative scientific and technological center, ISTC, is being established on Russky Island. The Russian government has decided to construct it using the Far Eastern concession mechanism. The first building, covering an area of 7,500 square meters, is already under construction in Primorsky Krai, with concrete currently being poured. All the space in this first building has already been claimed by future residents. Significantly, we have also reached an agreement with the Ministry of Science and Higher Education on a program to attract leading scientists to the ISTC. This initiative is not just about constructing impressive buildings opposite the Far Eastern Federal University, FEFU, it is a program aimed at attracting up to 1,000 scientists, including those of global renown, to collaborate with FEFU and support the Mega Science project. The goal is to make Russky Island a leading federal scientific center and a convenient platform for interaction with the scientific community of the Asia-Pacific region. Undoubtedly, the Far East must be appealing, especially to the younger generation. We are prioritizing the creation of new museums, supporting the film industry, and developing creative clusters in our master plans. Dear Vladimir Vladimirovich, this summer in Yakutsk, you met with cadets and graduates of the Muravyo-Femersky program. These are young people who have chosen to dedicate their careers to the development of the Far East. So far, 2 cohorts have graduated, totaling nearly 100 individuals. Of these, 67 have already secured employment in government bodies and development institutions in the Far East. Thank you for the decision to extend this program to the Arctic. It is highly popular. The competition for the third intake was 80 applicants per place, and by 2030, we expect to have at least 300 new, strong public servants who are united not only by their shared knowledge but, most importantly, by their shared values, working in the Far East and the Arctic. All the demographic measures and efforts to improve the quality of life have slowed the pace of migratory outflows and ensured an influx of young people aged 20-24 over the past 7 years. This has led to a birth rate and level of large families that exceeds the national average. In 3 regions of the Far East, there was population growth in 2023. Vladimir Putin, I believe there was absolute growth in 2021. Alexei Chekhov, yes, in 2021, there was absolute growth across the entire Far Eastern Federal District, and in 2023, in 3 regions, Yakutia, Kamchatka, and Chukotka. Vladimir Putin, that may be so. Alexei Chekhov, there was indeed population growth. Of course, our goal is to overcome the demographic cycle and ensure a net population influx. The master plans are designed to contribute to this. A key indicator of their effectiveness during the planning process was their impact on the population numbers of the respective cities. Dear Vladimir Vladimirovich, we thank you for your continued support in the development of the Far East. That concludes my report. Vladimir Putin, thank you. Thank you for watching our world's coverage of strategic advances and new ventures in Russia's Far East, key developments and future goals. We hope this episode provided you with a thorough understanding of the latest advancements and future aspirations in this crucial region. If you found our analysis insightful and engaging, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth explorations of global developments. Stay tuned for future content as we continue to bring you valuable insights into the evolving landscape of international affairs.